In this video, we're going to see how we can fix the mixed content notification in a website. Hi, my name is Stratos and I'm constantly producing WordPress tutorial videos, so please subscribe to my channel for more videos like that. Like this, sorry. So we're going to fix the notification that we're getting here for mixed content in a page. And basically it says that something is loaded with no SSL. It's loading from a URL with no HTTPS. It has only HTTP. And it basically said to the visitor it's not secure, the page is not secure. Now, of course, this particular notification, it's not for the whole website, it's for the specific page. You may find another page in this website that it's secure and it doesn't have mixed content. So you have to see page by page, every single page, the whole website, to see what's what. It's not an easy process. It's not something that you will do. You will click something here, you will turn something on right there, and the problem will be fixed. In this video, we're going to see how we can identify the problem. And after that, we're going to see what steps we can do to fix the problem, but in some cases it will not cover you and you have to go through another process. But if you can identify the problem, then it's easier for you to fix it. So we're going to see some steps how we can do anything. Let's start by saying in some cases that the problem that we're getting is because we started building the website with no SSL. So we started building the website with HTTP, and in the process, or when the website was completed, we installed the SSL certificate and tell to the website go ahead and load from HTTPS. But some content did not inherit those settings and are still loading from HTTP. So basically, try to install the SSL first when you install WordPress with a clean WordPress, and then begin creating your content, your website, and everything else. Try first to install the SSL. If you can, install WordPress with HTTPS. So, what we're going to do first is going to Google and typing why not padlock. Why not padlock? Okay, and we're going inside whynotpadlock.com. Here I'm going to paste the URL. Okay, I'm going to select I'm not a robot, sorry for the Greek here, and going to test page. This will test the exact page that we paste. It will not test the whole website. Okay, this is just for the page that we're seeing. Okay, it only took about 5 or 6 seconds. It says that we have the HTTPS, and here we have the errors. Here, as you can see, this is an image, image, and image. And here it's the URL, no HTTPS, it's only HTTP. So this is the problem for the specific page. Let's go to the page again, and as you can see, it only has 4 images. So those 4 images are loaded from HTTP. Now we're going to right click it and going to select View Page Source. Be sure to right click somewhere that has no icons or something else, no slider or something. It doesn't matter if you do it in the top of the page or in the bottom, you will get the source code of the whole page. Okay, so if you don't see View Page Source, then right click somewhere else. So I'm going to here and I'm going to click from the keyboard Control F or Command F if you're in a Mac, and then type HTTP : / and this will give you all the source that has no SSL. So this is the schema. It's not the image that I'm looking for. Next one is an icon, a Twitter icon. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the schema. Next one is schema. Next one is schema, and next one is schema. Okay, so I have 6 matches, so none of those are the image that I want. Let's close that and let's right click again, and I'm going to select inspect element. This is the Chrome, but if you do it from Google Chrome, this is Mozilla Firefox, but if you are going to do it by Chrome, I think it's the exact same process. You will click here the square with the arrow, and then you will hover to the element that you want, and the element that's selected will have a blue overlay color. So this is the icon, this is the icon with the row, this is the icon with the text, this is only the text, but I'm going to select here that is the whole column here. Now this line says that it's a div, and I'm going to hover to the one line up because I want the parent element. I want the top element in that. So when I hover here, I will see the same blue inside the element. Also, I will get a green here in the gap, that is probably the margin. And then I'm going one div up again, and I will get a blue color in the gap between those two again. So here it's selected the column with the gap which I don't want. So let's go and click here. I think this is where the background is selected, because this image is a background to the whole div. So this is something that's a little bit weird if you haven't used again this specific setting, but try to click everywhere and just look for the image. So when I click here, I'm going here to the next column, which is the CSS, and I'm going the style, and I'm going to see the background image here, and this is the image with HTTP and not HTTPS. So this is the problem here. If I go to the next column and I'm going to repeat the process, I'm going to see the next image which has no HTTPS, and the same for here, usually. Yeah, no HTTPS. And I think since we don't have any other contact inside this page, if I'm going to select here, and let's go for the top, this is the section. Yeah, we don't have HTTPS again here. So this is a problem. And since we have built this with Elementor, it says here in the code all over the place, Elementor, we have to go to the Elementor inside this page and fix the problem. You can select the image again, upload it if you cannot fix it anywhere else, anyhow else. You can try to use image with HTTPS. In this particular page, I didn't know that the problem was specific that. So if I'm going to the page, let's refresh the page because it's in Greek. Sorry about that. And it's still in Greek. Okay, I thought it will change to English because I have changed the dashboard in English. So if I click here, which is the column, and go to the style, I will see that the background image here has a URL with HTTPS right now, but it's loading from this point because I had refreshed the page. So I knew that the problem was specific that, and that's why I went here and tried to do try to reload so it will get these settings. Basically, all that I had to do in this particular website, since the SSL was installed after the creation of the website, was to go to every single page and just made a refresh in the Elementor and then save again. But since you don't have anything changed, you cannot save. If you want to see the save button here, you have to create something, then delete it again, and then you will have the green save here. I will not save it at this moment because I want to still show some steps that you can do and try to fix the problem. So next one is going inside the plugins. With that, you must have always the SSL plugin installed. Now this plugin is the a really simple SSL. This is the plugin. This will basically redirect everyone that's trying to access the page with no SSL, HTTP to HTTPS, and it's trying to do this with the content as well. But in many times like this, you have to go to the website again inside every page and reload and resave the page. Okay, so let's go to the settings, and we can see here that we have, let's see, okay, and in settings we have here the mixed content fixer, which should be enabled, and here we also have the use alternate method to fix the mixed content. Check this and save, and then see if this will fix your problem. In this particular page, it will not fix the problem. Let's close this, and you will see here the notification again. Of course, even if it doesn't fix the problem, you should go inside a page, and even if it's with Elementor or Oxygen or another page builder, try to resave the page and see if it will be loaded with HTTPS. After that, I would go for another plugin. Let's go to add a new plugin, and let's go for search and replace. I think it's better search and replace. Yeah, better search and replace. Okay, better search. This is the one, better search and replace. I will activate it. And be sure before starting with messing with any of the plugins that I'm showing you to take a full website backup, just to be sure. Okay, be sure to take the backup first. So we have the search and replace, which I have tested, but I do like better the better search and replace. Better search and replace. So let's go to tools and then better search and replace. Again, be sure to take a backup first. Then we're going to search for the URL here with no S, and I'm going to replace it with this. Basically, it will search inside the database for the URL with no S inside here and replace it with that. Now, be sure to copy twice and then just remove the S. You have to put the exact same thing in those two tables with no S here in the first. Okay, if you have here a slash, you will have to have the slash here as well. If you do not and put it like that, it will break your website. Basically, it will say if you have this URL, move it to that and just remove the slash, and it will break your website. So I'm going to select the first one and then going to the last one, select shift and then click it, so it will select everything. And then you can run a dry run, which means just search with no changed content. Just do a search and see if it's something in the database that will be changed. So I will do first the check, and then if it finds something, I will go and do it again with not this checked, and it will update all those settings. Of course, this may take some time because here I have 42 tables. You may have more or less. It basically depends on the website. Okay, we're waiting. And up here I will get that. Where is, okay, this is the 169 cells and 0 updates were made. But as you can see, they need to be updated, and you can click here and it will say you where those cells are inside the WP post, of course. Okay, so I can go ahead and check it and run this. So of course, you can just select the WP post since all those changes are inside the WP post and just do that. But I didn't do and select it everywhere. It doesn't matter. Okay, I have tried this plugin sometimes. It has never caused me any problems, but be sure to be very careful when you're using it. Okay, after that, we're going to see if it fixed the problem. But of course, in my case, I know that the problem is inside a file and not in the HTTP, not the database itself. So let's go and refresh the page. And it hasn't been fixed. Of course, I know, but I didn't show you that. If you go here and select the element here, let's go and select that, this one, and you can see here where the background image is pulled from, and here it says that this is in the post-7 file, which is in the upload /elementor/css/post-7.css. This is a file, so somewhere inside the file says to pull the content from the URL. So it's not in the database it's inside the file. So this is where you should go and fix the problem manually if you want it inside the file. But of course, you can do it in other ways as well. Now, Elementor, which we're using here, has an amazing feature. Let's go to Tools. And here we will find Replace URL. And as it says here, old URL is this one with no S, and this is the URL with an S. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to replace the URL, but this will replace the URL inside the Elementor's files. So 140 lines are affected. That's what it said here. I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to refresh the page now. And I'm seeing that basically it fixed the problem. Now, because Elementor has this feature, I don't have to go to every single page and do a refresh. Okay, this is what I basically did. Now, if it didn't fix the problem for you because you don't have Elementor, or you're using something else, or it's something different, be sure when you identify the problem to search for the exact same problem. Now, since I know where the problem is, I could go to this file and go inside and select the file, open it with an editor, and go and search for HTTP with the URL, and return it, add an S here, and I will have HTTPS. Okay, of course, first backup. And if there are too many pages and you could not do one by one, I would basically download the whole website, the files, and I will go to Notepad++ and I would search and replace everywhere that has HTTP over HTTPS. Basically, if you go to your website, your files, you will see something like that. Inside here, it's all the pages of the website. So you can download everything. And if you can download everything without the WP content and upload, which basically are all the images, this is the main size that it's taking the biggest size inside the website. How can I say it? It's the biggest file size inside here. So this is what makes the website 2 gigs or something. I don't know how many pages you have. So download everything if you can, and then go to Notepad++. And no, I will not download it. Then go Control F or Command F, finding files, and then I would go for HTTP, this one. And I would select HTTP and then the domain and replace with this domain with S. And then select which is the directory that I saved the files, and then select in all subfolders. I would go for replacing files. Of course, we have to do the same exact thing with these fields. have the exact same title. With if you have here a slash, go with a slash here. If you not, go with not a slash here. So replace in all files. It will search, okay, it will search for all the files, and it will tell you that it's changed those files, those lines in those files. After that, you do know that you fixed the problem, hopefully, and you can upload the files again, and everything should be okay. If not, then you have to check it again. If something broke, then you have to restore from a backup and search a little bit more. So this is how you basically fix the mixed content problem. And of course, since I've said it in the beginning, it's not a process that you will do those 2 steps and find the solution. You have to identify the problem and try to fix your problem because it may be unique. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you understand everything, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.